I was so dumb, but I hopped on a plane, almost drove right back to the 541. Shitty U-turn on the freeway, you turn me from a fiend to a way to you fun. I can wait in the sun for a little, but it's been real gray, and tonight it's a nice C1. I can wait in the cold for a while if the reasons are plenty, but right now I see none.
All right. Let's both like here. Let's try something. So your Royals just got eliminated.
No, they're still live.
Oh,
we're still live.
Excuse me. Your Royals just lost to the Yankees. It is
give it 3 minutes and they will be eliminated.
It is Thursday night, so check in like a few hours. They will be eventually eliminated. So I'm watching the 49ers play Seattle right now. They have a 6-point lead. Do I think the 49ers are going to win this game? No, I do not. No, I really, really do not. As this game has gone on, Jordan Mason has been injured. Deebo Samuel just got injured. Let's come together right now and take a healing breath. Can we do that? Does that work for a podcast? Can we go
3?
Yes.
2
don't affect me.
1. Inhale.
Don't see you, Sally.
Exhale.
Well, you know what you guys need to do?
Shut up, Ski.
No.
Exhale.
I have your guys' solution. You guys have got to tune into the fucking Sharks nest, baby. It's on. Turn on the Sharks.
You know what? Is it shark season? Is that it?
Yeah, shark season.
Okay. Fins up. Fins up.
There you go. That'll solve your October blues.
Fins up, baby. All right. Fair enough. Let's go. All right. No. Football season's over. Yeah. It's cool. Happy.
There go the Royals.
Baseball. Hey.
I already hate baseball, so whatever.
You guys know Salvador Perez is only like 33 years old?
Yeah. Doesn't make sense.
When they won the World Series in 2015, he looked like he was 35 years old. It makes no sense.
Well, he is one of those guys who has been a veteran for 15 years. You know,
he's a vet from day one. I love it.
A reliable vet for 15 seasons.
Captain.
Yep.
The crazy thing is, you're probably going to see him for the next 40 years too, because guarantee he's going to become a manager.
Yeah.
Also,
100%. 100%.
Yes.
Yeah. We're going to get like 60 years of our lives of Salvador Perez.
Yeah.
It's let's just start the podcast. Let's do the official thing. I'm Alex. He's King. He's Ski. We're all like in a super good headspace right now. This is great. Let's.
I'm in a great headspace.
Do
baby.
A fun sports podcast. Ski's gonna carry us with the excitement today.
Get lost.
Look, tweet at us. You can see our handles on the image of this podcast if you'd like. Join our Discord. Sports Brewery is our Discord. If you want to like give us shit for being whiny little babies, that's a good place to do it. That's happened before. Also, twitch.tv/abrog87 if you want to watch us do our podcast live, the sports podcast live every Thursday at around 7:30.
I was like, you can't be fooled by King's shtick here, because King has infinite rings over the last like 15 years.
Yeah. You mean? Well, yeah. Well, that's what's
Kansas
funny
City sports. Yeah.
Is I know Yankee fans can be like, oh, small market Kansas City, we roll right over. You want to know what, Yankee fans? The Royals have made a World Series and lost it 6 or 7 years after the Yankees last made a World Series. And then the next year, the Royals won the World Series. So you want to know what? We're royalty. Yankees, you are frauds. You're small market. You're terrible. You just got lucky, because baseball is just baseball. Kansas City, City of Champions.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. I saw a good tweet today. I forget who it was. Some fucking New York Mets honk guy. It's like, oh, the Cinderella Mets, you can't stop them. And it's like, oh, you know those pesky Mets with their number one payroll in baseball of over 300. Oh yeah, that's Cinderella team coming out of nowhere. It's like fucking New York sports is just in another dimension in their minds.
And you guys get mad at me And you guys get mad at me when I do the Knicks legend rants.
Never do. I never
Thank
do.
you, Steve. Thank you. You are on my side now.
No, I am too. Like nobody does anybody like the Knicks? Like
People
for real
in New York. That's it.
Yeah, like nobody outside of like one borough in New York likes the Knicks. Like, fuck the Knicks. Niners forced a punt, and now Seattle's gonna get the ball and score because that's how this works. Oh, real quick, movie on Sunday. We do have a movie podcast. Nice. We do have a movie podcast.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. It's the Sports Brewery Podcast. You know what? Like, that shit's going to happen.
I tried to shovel down dinner right before I started. Kids' practices. That's weird.
It is spooky month, and so we are continuing that. King's movie this week, he chose The Pope's Exorcist with Russell Crowe. It is on Netflix. Watch it. Listen to us talk about it. Actually, watch this one. Listen to us talk about it. Last week, Skip Slayers.
Still watch that. Yes.
Listen to us talk about it. This one, watch it. It's Russell Crowe. It's Russell Crowe. All right. We should probably talk about Oregon football to start off with, I guess. Do you still want to talk baseball? We can keep going. We can keep rolling with baseball.
Yeah, Garrett Cole's fastball was just a tick behind what usually is, and the 2 versus 4 hitters of the Royals still went 1 for 18. It's just insane. The BABIP in the entire postseason for the Royals was 17% down from the VORP that was expected, which is the EPA. And I'm not sure why you're not following me on this. It's all very clear.
Environmental Protection Agency.
That's what you don't know
no,
ball.
You don't know ball.
I don't know
You don't
ball.
know ball. This guy.
You don't know ball.
This guy.
Drive a Prius. You don't know ball.
This guy. I mean, not for long. By the way, speaking of failing, fucking Prius, God, it certainly seems to be raining shit on the old cocksucker.
What happens when you drive those communist cars here?
Yeah, seriously, you lib.
Yeah.
You lib.
Wait, Japan's communist? Wait a minute.
Whatever.
I mean, I don't think so. They have a president.
Close enough.
I don't know.
Meh.
No, my only take on baseball is I was so hoping for the Dodgers and the Yankees. Well, everyone kind of wanted them to go out, but I really wanted to lose in this round because then they would have probably had to change the rule. Because right now, I necessarily don't agree with it. I think it should be a 7-game series, but these divisional series are only 5-game series.
I like the 5-game series.
I mean, people should. I mean, it's up with their whole thing of making everything quicker and not
and it just
drag
gives
out.
odds for upsets. But
Yeah, but those fan bases, or I forgot the number is the teams that make it through the wild card, since they extended the wild card, their winning percentage is crazy in the divisional series.
Oh, it's insane. Yeah, it's crazy.
And they're going to be, you play 162 games to, lose in 3 games in divisional series. It's like, yeah, you should still win if you're the better team, though, right?
Real quick, George Kittle going back to the locker room for the 49ers with an injury. Okay, go ahead. Baseball.
That's
sorry.
a good thing. That's good for football, right?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I think so.
Fantastic. Things are going.
You guys missed before we get to Michigan State last Friday. Do you guys miss the 1-game Major League Baseball wild card?
Yes. It's the best. It's the best thing.
I mean, it was gimmicky as hell.
It
but
was.
Braga, you cannot tell me that A's Royals wild card game from 2015 was not electric.
It's great.
Where
It has
John
the most
Lester, with the big ticket free agent guy or trade deadline guy, excuse me,
Yeah.
shoving, and then all of a sudden he wasn't, and your season is done.
It's over. Yeah, no, it's really cool. I think it was because when they introduced it, it gave like an extra team an opportunity, right? That was sort of the point. Is you have this, and so I like the idea of that too. I think in general, like a best of 3 is a better idea.
Well, that's
but
yes.
but
that one game is electric.
it
though,
was great.
Is the thing.
Yeah.
It's so
No.
if your team's not playing in it, you love it.
Oh,
if your
it's
team
fantastic.
loses, you're like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
What the
Yeah.
hell?
It's
Because we'd
like-
only ever get that. Sometimes they would have that playoff, to see what team gets into the
One
playoff.
game play it,
That
yeah.
163rd game. Yeah, you can't beat that in baseball because baseball is never a one and done like that.
Yeah.
So it's such an oddity for baseball that it makes it even more electric.
I'll say though, like baseball in the postseason in general is the best. Like, and so
it's great.
So I don't know that, like, yes, it was electric, but every baseball playoff game is electric. Like that's why, like, people don't watch the regular season and just watch the playoffs. Same with hockey. It's like it's a completely different thing. So
Not me anymore. I'm talking number one puckhead guy over
yeah,
here.
no, fins up.
I've already watched 3 hockey games, fellas.
This guy has ESPN Plus. Can you tell?
Yeah, right. 3 hockey games. Didn't they start today?
No, we started on Friday.
God. Oh, did they?
I'm not kidding you.
Yeah,
The first,
Yeah.
it started last Friday.
Yeah. Was it 0 week?
Utah Hockey Club already has 3 games in the books. They're 3-0.
Utah.
I
Hockey
cannot
Club.
believe we have a Utah Hockey Club. Oh my God.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah. All right. So we're just. I think if we've established one thing on the podcast so far today, it's that we're all in on hockey. Nothing else matters. I think I'll get rid of like Oregon opponent trivia, and we'll just do like I'll roll through each individual NHL team, and I'll do like a trivia for them. We'll switch the betting lines to just hockey, like
To the blue lines.
Blue lines.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's built in. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
I just watched a face-off between Pavel Bure and Stu Barnes. It was electric.
Stu Barnes. Let's go. All right, let's talk Oregon, Michigan State. Easy win. Like, again.
Can I just say again, I said this last week, guys.
Yeah.
Avoid first quarter comments because it was Michigan State again put together a good drive. They're paid to put together a good scripted drive.
Yeah.
And they did, and they fumbled, and Oregon, recovered it, and they went up, but it was funny to see, the defense, man, what is it doing? Why is it so bad? And they gave up, I think it was 62 yards on the first drive or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then in their next 7 drives, in the next 7 drives before they pulled out the starters in the 4th, they gave up 77 yards.
By the way, including when they pulled the starters under 200 yards the rest of the game after that drive.
Insane. Yes. The defensive line was crazy.
They are.
It was.
We talked about this like in our Discord too. This is the best defensive front I think we have ever seen here, and there have been very, 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 very good defensive fronts here, like Buckner and Armstead. Like
Igor was kind of my was my original barometer for defensive lines.
This is what I'm saying is like there have been very, very good defensive lines here. These guys are dominating people, and mind you, like they still haven't played a good quarterback yet.
I said that last week too.
So,
they still have not played a real offense.
So we will see what that looks like. But as it is right now, Harmon, Caldwell, Birch, Maddie, like they're throwing people around. And they're like Birch now that he's sort of coming into his own like this season is unblockable. Like it's cool to see. Because he's not like he's like an outside rush guy, but he's not like your typical sort of thin, quick Oregon outside rush guy. He throws people.
Do we need to even give any credence to the online rumors that Birch was carted off today?
We'll find out, right?
Okay, keep it moving. All right, I threw it out there. Both your faces said no. Keep it moving.
Yeah to the KIM. Ain't got no time for shucking and jiving, King. Sorry.
Shucking.
It's tribe. It's
No.
It's
We
tribe.
have no time for jiving, but you want to know what?
Shucking?
We got time for shucking. Yeah,
Ain't got,
we got a little time for shucking.
got a little bit of time for a chucking, not jiving.
So-
No.
So I was out.
Did you just call
hunting.
me a jive turkey?
No one called you anybody a JT here. So I was out hunting during the duck game. So I
What were you hunting?
out in like Eastern Oregon
But for what?
for deer.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
Cool.
So
Were you wearing,
we were.
hang on. Did you have like an orange vest on? Like, were you?
Well, obviously,
was it
for
really
safety
early in the
purposes.
morning? Did you have like a ghillie suit? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, orange vest. I don't want to get shot by some random hillbilly.
No Dick Cheney's.
What
no
kind
Dick
of-
Cheney's out here. Nope.
What kind of gun did you have?
30-06.
Oh,
gonna
of course,
Put it here.
classic.
Gonna put those here.
Classic.
Yeah,
Right.
I know
but
everything
Alex
about
and I
that.
totally know what that means.
Know everything about it. Yep.
So
the 30-06,
Ah,
of course.
the 30-06. Back, I remember back when I was a wee lad, maybe 4 or 5.
Just shooting that into cornfields.
So I only watched the game later, and it was like a quick abridged version.
Used to cornhole squirrels when I was in my.
That's what 22s for the squirrels if you're trying to take down some squirrels.
Yeah, no shit. What a
Yeah,
novice
duh.
here.
guy.
God, I'm sorry.
Is this
Oh,
guy?
did I say? Oh, my bad. No, you know what I meant. You know what I meant.
So I did not have a good handle on this week. I looked at I'm looking at the numbers right here. Looks like Jordan James looked very good,
Correct.
and looks like I saw the picks from Gabriel. One was a hell of a pick by that defender.
It was.
The first one was a
First
hell
one
of
was-
a pick.
The other one was bad, but because I said I didn't really watch the game. Was he did not look good?
Gabriel?
Yeah, Gabriel.
No, he looked.
As-
The first pick, I did not mind because, like you said, it was a very good play by the defensive player. But also, I was like, oh, cool, he's trying to force one in there. The second one, I get it. He's a lefty. You do have to roll him out right sometimes. It was a bad.
Shouldn't have
throw.
thrown it.
It was
Yeah.
a lollipop. I mean, but I don't think he played bad.
No. No,
But-
and by the way, this is all relative, right? Like, this is all compared to the way he's played so far this season prior to
That's
that
the thing.
game.
I mean, bad. That game would probably been Aidan Chiles' best game of his career in college.
1,000%.
That's
Absolutely.
the difference.
Yeah.
That's-
So he, 20 of 32, 257, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, also ran for a touchdown. I think they sort of
Did they let off the gas in the second half, like fourth quarter?
Fourth quarter.
backups were
Yeah.
with like the entire fourth
Yeah.
quarter. Yeah, absolutely.
Boring.
Yeah, just
Again,
Yeah.
boring.
Can we say fuck Jonathan Smith, that fucking coward, kicking that field goal at the end of the game
Oh
to
my
fucking
God.
cover? What a fucking
Terrible.
bitch he is. Who does that?
Yeah.
Fuck
It's
him. How
awful.
about that?
No, I
But,
agree.
hey,
It
guess what?
cost me a
Hey,
point.
Yep. Cost
You know?
me some money too.
How
but
many parlays got fucked by that asshole? Like an
But hey, let's-
unbelievable decision.
But clearly, I mean, there was another big, talent discrepancy again. So we just throw this year out. Just
Yeah.
the last 2 years, let's throw them out.
Throw him out.
Still-
Jonathan Smith has
he's-
never lost.
Yep.
He
Dan
still
Lanning.
owns Dan Lanning. Still owns
Yep.
them. So all right, till next
Yep.
year.
And if you want to see why we're saying that, log into johncanzano.com and we will tell you why
Yes.
Jonathan Smith owns Dan Lanning and is undefeated
Yep.
against Dan Lanning.
We'll do our mailbox segment next week, and we'll we'll respond. We hear you. We see you. Hucklebenny says
care
that
about you.
Hucklebenny says that cost him like $100. And WCP says it made SVP's bad beats as well.
Yeah, it's no reason. You have your backups in too. Let him fucking throw the football.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Also rewinding.
what-
Also rewinding a little bit. Ski Booble says, "Fight the deer hand to hand, coward." He's got a point.
that's
Ski
what they
could.
do. That's
Nope.
the mountain lions. Take the mountain
Ski
lions.
could.
And
No, he
Low
could.
man wins. That guy,
Oh, man.
Ski, you have low leverage. You are great at that. You drop those
Ooh,
hips
all about leverage.
Yeah.
That's
and
the
you
name of the
just
game.
fire through. Violent hands.
Yes, Yeah. And no, violent hips. Violent hips, violent hands.
Well, I mean, I didn't want to make it sensual.
Well, how can it not be? It's Ski we're talking about.
He does have violent hips. I've seen him on the dance floor. It's insane.
Talk about murder on the dance floor.
I went to a wedding in Olympia, Washington, like 10 years ago, where he was on there, and Bailamos came on, and he let the rhythm hit him.
The rhythm took him over.
It was insane.
By the way, that's probably pushing 15 years, not 10.
Yeah, whatever. Why are you trying to age us? What are you doing?
I was just thinking, 10 years. I was like, it's not.
Yeah. By the way, I do that a lot. I'm like, yeah, like 10 years ago and blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, dude, that was like 25 years ago. It's like, oh, no.
2004.
But I'm 25. Shit. I'm 25. What do you mean? What?
All right. And back to a question about this game, too. I see, why did Boyle kick a field goal?
Because he's healthy.
Sappington did not.
Mm-hmm. So Boyle has been injured prior to this week and is finally not injured. And, is their long distance kicker apparently, and might be their kicker moving forward. I don't know, because Sappington didn't kick a field goal, so I don't know. If he's really good, which apparently he is and was, then I don't know.
I feel like he might just be the long distance
which is cool,
specialist.
Cool to have that.
I brought him up before the season when we were going our projection stuff. You guys thought he was either a punter or wasn't on the team. Because I was I thought I read something that was
we're real fan
battle.
Are you pulling a real fan card on us?
I am. Real fans
we don't know who the backup kicker is. Oh, good for you, Ski.
Also,
thank you.
Also, by the way, I'm sure you noticed because you were just box score reading. Oregon used 2 punters as well in this game. Oh, did you not see that, Ski? Man,
James and Dunn.
Fake fan. Yeah. Yeah, so the old adage, if you have 2 kickers, you don't have 1, right? So.
By the way, did you get a deer?
No, I did not, unfortunately.
Did you see a deer?
I saw some does.
Did you didn't even squeeze off around?
Yeah, you can't shoot them bitches.
Why not?
Because you only shoot the male, gotta have at least a fork.
I mean, I know why not, but explain it to the listener because they might not know.
Explain to the people that don't know.
There's these things called genders, right? There's a male and a female.
Go on.
And you're only allowed to get you're only allowed to get tags to shoot male deer. So does are female. Yeah. Doe a deer, a female deer.
Oh,
cannot shoot them.
Interesting.
Doe.
Yeah.
And tags, we all know what tags are for sure. Yeah. But just in case somebody out there doesn't know,
he's the Ravens running back coach right now. If you didn't know who tags is,
swag surfing. He's swag surfing right now. Okay, back to Oregon. Yes, Jordan James was very good. As the season has gone on and the offensive line has sort of solidified into what they're going to be, Jordan James has room, and he has lots and lots of confidence right now and looks really, really good.
It looks like it was clearly just him 24-7 against Whittington, too.
No, it's James. Yes, it is James, and Whittington spells him. That's it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So let's knock on wood and shit. He needs to stay healthy. Because he is like Oregon's offense really, it is good. Dillon Gabriel is great. They have amazing wide receivers. But if he is running the way he has been running recently, they're going to be really hard to stop, including against Ohio State.
Yep.
I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, I think I lost Ski's train of thought too.
No, I was waiting for King. I saw King had something to say.
I did. And he just kept talking.
He did.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. All I can do is apologize.
Yeah, if James is healthy though, he needs to be 70 to 80% of the carries going forward.
Well, yeah. I mean, Whittington is clearly not
No, we said he's probably not fully back,
healthy.
But James has just looked better. It looked so good. He earned those carries too on top.
And I would say, because you kind of, like you said, you scrubbed through the game. James had, they've been telling us that he's like a really tough runner. He did have a few like violent finishes to runs on Friday, where like there was one, like I think he just like squared up the safety guy, just kind of looked at him, and he probably could have gotten like 5 more yards if he spun or juked, and he just put his crown of his helmet right into the guy's sternum and just bang. Like that was fun to see.
Ran through a guy. Yep.
Yeah, just ran right through him.
Really good stuff. Huckleberry asked why we haven't seen Jay Harris. I think you've been listening to why. It's
Well,
James.
I think he's also fourth on the depth chart now, because didn't Lamar get some run?
Yeah.
Seems like he's probably third.
It seems like it, right?
I saw a box score, a nice little Jury and Dickey sighting.
Yes. What's his number again? Isn't it like 13 now or something like that? He's not having to wear the 99 anymore. I forget, but he did get a catch.
Yeah.
Yep. It was the one
Yeah, he is number
completion.
13.
It was like the one completion for Moore, right? And it
From
was to
Dante Moore.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, crazy.
Gotta say, Dante Moore looks really good in a jersey.
Sure does.
He looks really good.
Yep.
Like he just looks good holding the ball.
I agree.
Okay, that's half the job as a backup, just looking the part.
And can I just say one thing, because I feel like we don't really care about the Michigan State game that
Yeah,
much.
I know. We're kind of floundering with talking points right now.
But my one last thing is, why is Aidan Chiles so hyped? Because I heard it last year too. Like we all heard it. Why?
Isn't he like 18 and?
Okay, so he's an 18-year-old sophomore with like 5 touchdowns and 11 turnovers so far through 5 games. Like,
ask John Canzano, because that's who started the fucking hype train on.
He's the one that started the fire, right? Because
and then Michigan State just kind of stuck a bundle of sticks in there and just carried the flame to fucking East Lansing.
Like
that's
the idea is he's eventually going to be good, but that doesn't
Maybe.
really work in college football, right? Like they have to.
But like the thing is
even right now.
in like the first, I feel like it was the first quarter, like drive number 3. Brock Heward was like, oh, that's the kind of throw that everyone talks about. It's like, yeah, like he did throw it across his body, but it was a 5-yard gain. Like,
also, you're not supposed to do that. Like throw the ball across your body.
Right, exactly. But I was willing to sort of buy into it last year, just because guys can be great in practice. And OSU brought in DJU. Of course, he was going to start. You know what I mean? Like, of course. But I've never seen a single thing from Aidan Chiles in a game where I'm like, wow, that guy's great. That I see it. I get it. Because anyone can complete a random 5-yard out across their body, unless you're Dillon Gabriel in the end zone. But other than that, most people can. It's just.
I'm gonna say, because that's the difference. Because I compared him to Dante Moore last week, but Moore showed some of those flashes at UCLA last year. He had a lot of just
really bad.
He didn't know what was going on, or things were moving too fast for him. But you could see the plays that he could potentially in the future make.
You saw why he was a 5-star.
Yes, exactly. But Chiles is what a 3. Well, he wasn't hyped up like kid coming in.
I think he may have been
I think he was
a low 4-star, maybe.
Yeah, but but I'm with you. I do not get the hype around him. Hey, good news. He didn't throw an interception, right? He's still on 8. That's good.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah.
He also threw like 100 yards for the whole game.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Now, again, I think if you're an Oregon fan going into this week, I think yes, you have not played an actual quarterback yet. I think we can say that, but I think you feel very confident with the way the offense is playing, and I think you feel very confident with the way the defensive front and certain parts of the defense are playing.
Yeah, but does this confidence, is this leading into this?
Yeah.
Is that giving you confidence into this Ohio State game?
The thing is, like, it's not just that you're facing a good quarterback finally. It's that you're facing 2 of the best wide receivers in the entire country. So it might not matter how good you are. You know, like it might be one of those deals like
six
last year.
6 minutes of Ohio State talk.
Okay, like
6 minutes.
Okay, cool. 6 minutes, Slim Shady, you're on. It's so it's like Washington last year, right? It's like you can play as no, well, I'm saying like in that you can be really talented, you can have the best offense in the world, you can blah blah blah, but the quarterback's going to just be able to throw the ball really high, and the receivers are just going to be able to go take it away from dudes.
So like I said, I didn't watch any college football last week. What happened in that Ohio State-Iowa game? It was like a close game at like halftime, wasn't it?
Yeah, Iowa mucked it up in the first half. Mucked it up enough. Ohio State killed them in the second half.
Yeah, I saw the final score, but I was like, oh, this was like a game at halftime.
And I think I put something out of Discord like late in the second quarter, like, well, I guess I'm glad it's making it annoying. But that was me just being like, I know it's only 7-0, but Iowa's not actually stressing them out at all.
Well, kind of like it must have been like that this Michigan State game. There was zero stress in that game.
No, like
none whatsoever.
Ohio State was never going to lose. I mean, because Iowa's best player is that running back. He never did shit in the first half, and then once they went up 14-0, it was.
Like I said, I actually haven't watched much Ohio State this year. Is their running back? Is he kind of how the team? If when he goes, the team goes, like to set up the passing and stuff, or do they just throw it downfield?
No, I would say they're more pass heavy so far than running. Even though Quinshon Judkins and Travion Henderson are, supposedly the best backfield in America, but also Ohio State has supposedly the best wide receiver group in America.
Yeah, and he's a freshman.
so
I would say
if we're scheming this game this week, and let's say we're Oregon defensive coordinators, we're not worrying about the run game. We're just going to try to get pressure and cover these receivers.
No, you worry about all of it. That's the problem. So again,
like I said, you are worried about their run game though.
Yes,
the numbers aren't that great.
You're worried. You're worried about all of it because they are elite running backs and they are elite wide receivers and their quarterback is decent, kind of so. So like, wow, are the Niners actually going to win? Hang on, sorry. Attaboy! And he slides at the 4. Somebody get this Garendo guy long-term extension for one play he just made. Sorry. Yes. So again, Judkins, Henderson.
4 minutes.
Judkins.
4 minutes
by
on
the
the
way,
Ohio
Judkins
State clock.
Especially
4 minutes.
Okay. So yes, to answer your question, you have to worry about all of it.
Well, you have to, but if you're keying more on their passing game, is what I'm saying, right? Because that's where their real threat is. For the Oregon defense, you got to think where guys just got over gushing about the front four and how good they are. If you just assume they play status quo, then the only real worry is that secondary against their receivers.
Nico Reed is going to get killed.
Yes. Yeah. There you go. So
yeah,
he's going to get abused.
Give him help is what you're saying.
So yes, what is the real strength of the Oregon defense? It's up front, and so you're more worried about the pass, I think, because of that.
Like I think, like Jabbar Muhammad will be good. And I'm not really concerned about whoever he's guarding. Maybe they mirror guys, whoever, maybe they don't. But Nico Reed is going to get destroyed.
Safety
He's not good.
2 words. Safety help.
Yes.
Yeah, and another problem too is like safety's not exactly big. So like Kobe Savage, like super experienced, but not big. And so again, like we are going to see Ohio State throw jump balls, and they are going to win those jump balls. Like it's gonna happen.
How did that do last year against the 2 games against Washington? That was kind of the difference of why they lost. It was just those balls they throw up, and Penix just prays and throws in the air. And
you hope the difference is Will Howard versus Michael Penix, right? You hope Will Howard is like. Yeah. Will Howard.
I think the bigger difference is also it's the Ryan Day against Lanning effect right here, because neither of them love to win the big games. Yeah. I think they're both about 500 or so against top 10 teams. Yeah. I mean, isn't that the whole knock on Day? He can't beat Michigan, can't win the big game too. that's our kind of knock on Lanning. He needs to win that big game first.
He has won a playoff game, though.
Yeah.
2 minutes. 2 minutes left in Ohio State talk. 2 minutes.
So real quick,
2 minutes.
I'm gonna jump in here with a Niners thing. So Juice just scored a
I'm out on the field. 49ers talk.
Time out. Stop the clock. Stop the count. Stop the count. So Kyle Juszczyk just ran in a touchdown. They're gonna win now. Earlier in the game, Kittle scored a touchdown, and Juice's and Kittle's wives have like a little. They're sitting like in the end zone seats, like right next to the field. Like literally they're in the front row. And so Kittle ran up and gave his wife like the football after he scored. And now Juice just did that with his wife. That's fucking bonkers.
Are we supposed to know who Juice is?
Kyle Juszczyk. Kyle Juszczyk.
Oh,
like
yeah.
The most decorated fullback in the history of the NFL.
Yeah, names we all know.
They're so wacky they still use a fucking fullback. Yeah.
All right. Back to Ohio State. We can restart the clock. We got 2 minutes, right?
2 minutes. 2 minutes left on Ohio State talk.
2 minutes in the period.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Yeah. So, what are your questions, Ski?
Well, I had that because I think this is. We go to lines later. The line's at 3.5. I mean, in my eyes, this is a pure pick'em game because it's.
Yeah.
All right. Neither team is actually hurt by winning or losing this game, right? I guess if you win, you're probably almost free going your way. You're guaranteed almost. But if you lose, you're not out of it by any means. No. And again, I just feel this is a game of kind of coming down to the coaches more because they both, like I said, have that kind of thing to them where they don't win the big games as often. So I kind of leaning towards. We'll get to lines, but I'm kind of leaning towards the Ducks here. Yeah. Just I think Lanning needs this one more than Ryan Day does.
Oh, that narrative's going to be nasty if Lanning loses.
And
it will be, but yes.
Home field's supposed to give you 3 points, right? So we're saying Ohio State's a touchdown favorite. Yeah.
This is the first game they've been home dogs since like 2016 or something like that. 2015.
2018. Yeah, 2018 against the Huskies, and they won in overtime.
It's a long time. The
1 minute. 1 minute left on Ohio State talk. 1 minute.
49ers backup kicker just got injured.
Nice.
Please stop making me stop the clock for 49ers talk. We have 52 seconds left on Ohio State talk.
I'm done
52
with both.
seconds.
I'm done with both. If you have anything else to talk about with Ohio State, I'm good. I'm good.
I guess what do you think the split of Ohio State Duck fans are on Saturday?
That's a thing too, right? Yeah.
It'll be
85-15. 85-15?
Oh, Nebraska didn't sell. Like everyone was afraid of Nebraska like 5 years ago, and they showed out well, but it was fine.
I bet it'll be like that. I think the difference is like I think Oregon fans this week, as opposed to even the Nebraska game. Like they were way more on board with letting their tickets go just because of how much money Ohio State fans were willing to pay for them. So I it's going to be interesting. Like if it's like 25% Ohio State, I'm not necessarily going to be upset because if I'm in a position. Oh, is that it? Do we run out? All right.
Ohio State talk is over. The game is over. Okay. Move on.
I would take $4,000.
I'm just going off the clock.
That's the end of my point. Yeah, overtime. All right, let's do lines. Do you have anything else before we get to our quote unquote segments?
Lines everywhere. Lines. I tried to write a fantasy football recap today, but I kind of forgot about it. I watched the Royals score no points or runs or whatever the fuck they can call it. Lines. Next week though.
You a RBIs or an RSBI?
I'm an RSBI guy.
Big RSBI myself. Yeah.
Oh, I love some RSBI.
All right.
It makes no sense.
It makes no sense.
It's runs batted in.
Not run batted ins.
Thank you.
All right. Last week. So, King, you won the week. Good for you. You have 5 points.
No way.
Braga, you have 4 points.
Oof.
And the Mean King also got fucked by Michigan State, so I only got 3 points. Fuck them. So you still have a slight lead on King. I am not in the first or second. Let's just leave it at that.
We knocked him out. We knocked him out.
He's eliminated
He's
very
done.
early.
Little Marco.
I'll
Marco.
I'll find the votes later in the season here to get back into it, but right now,
Dominion.
I was told
Dominion.
there were a lot of votes missing in Georgia. I think what we need to do is we need to investigate and
those early write-in votes here are what's fucking me.
stop the count.
Send an Ashley Babbitt in to find the votes.
Fine. Also from last week.
What is the score? What is the score?
So you have 39.
Okay.
King has 37. I have 30.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say 13.
No, 30.
All right. You're still in it. There's a long season. Lot of season left. Yeah.
There is. But I will say, I think I want to pat ourselves on the back. I think we got screwed on it. We all knew the fucking Fighting Shianos had no chance of winning that game.
Yeah.
The fact that Nebraska only scored 14 and missed the cover by a half.
Brutal.
We knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, we just would have money line Nebraska and would have gotten rich. We just knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
But so guess what? I'm going to start right there too. Wisconsin is a 2.5 point dog going to Rutgers.
I got Rutgers. I got the Fighting Shiano. It's not so much Rutgers as it is Wisconsin. By the way, Wisconsin actually played pretty well last week, right? I think they did.
I think they played Northwestern.
Yeah,
so,
but
they slaughtered Purdue.
Yeah.
Oh, Purdue.
Yeah,
that's right. Even worse.
Yeah.
Even worse.
I got Rutgers.
Yeah, I'm taking Rutgers. Back. I like organized crime.
Thank you.
Well, you know what? I'm going to stick with it. Shiano does not win in October. Give me the Badgers.
Don't blame you at all. Yep.
Nope.
Hey, right, Ski. What are the first 3 letters in Badgers?
BAD.
Your record, bud. Your record,
there you
bud.
Go.
Oh.
Zapped.
Got him.
Next game, another fantastic one. We got Northwestern. They're traveling to Maryland. The Terps are 11.5 point favorites at home.
Turtle.
Let's see.
Turtle power.
I'll just start. Yeah, I'm taking Maryland.
Yeah, I got the Terps.
Yeah. Let's just all pick the same so we don't have to watch or pay attention to that game. Next game, we got me and King's Huskies. They're going to King's other team, Iowa.
Playoff squad.
Iowa is a 2.5 point favorite.
Listen, 10-2 gets the Hawkeyes in. You want to know what? They're like 3-2 right now. They're going to 4-2. Let me tell you, Iowa covers. Go Hawks. See, look, wave to the cancer kids, guys. Wave to the cancer kids.
This final score is going to be like 5-3.
That's how we love it in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
But that means they don't cover, right? 5-3.
Fair enough.
You know what? I'm gonna take the Huskies. Yeah, as much as I really don't want to.
So I'm gonna treat this. I'm gonna treat this like that Michigan UW game, just gross. Michigan can't do anything. Iowa can't do anything. UW has, I guess, just enough to score 21 points, and they give me UW.
I think beating Michigan, like, as much as like Michigan's offense is terrible, and they are terrible. Beating Michigan is not a small deal. You know, like, they are still really talented all over the place, and so I don't know. I think maybe credit where it's due.
Just not a quarterback, receiver, running back, but
yeah, offensive line and defense. I don't know. They moved the ball.
I will say my favorite Michigan stat so far is that the game on Saturday at Husky Stadium was the first time all year they surpassed 100 yards passing, but they still don't have a quarterback who has thrown for 100 yards in one game.
In one game, nice.
Oof.
It's an orgy of passing inefficiency.
It's an orgy. And Michigan is now down 14-3.
Next one, we got Penn State.
Oh!
Penn State's a 4.5-point favorite
Got that right.
going to USC.
I got the Nittany Lions, man. I don't know. Like I'm no longer like I was buying into USC a little bit as the season started, and I don't see it.
Trojans are dead.
Yeah, I don't
Give me
see
Penn
it.
State.
Yeah, give me Penn State. By the way, how are your Wildcats doing, Braga?
Oh, my Cats.
Yeah, your Cats.
I mean, I think they're still playing, right? They're still playing football, I think.
Yeah, they're still around.
Did they lose last week?
Yeah, Texas Tech came right into Tucson and.
Well, I mean, it's Texas Tech. You know, that's why everybody's wanting. Yeah, I don't know.
Guns up.
Yeah.
Guns up, baby.
Yeah, I don't have anything to say.
A lot of people forget Patrick Mahomes went to Texas Tech. And Darvin Ham.
A lot of people are forgetting.
A lot of
Darvin
people.
Ham. Darvin Ham.
Yeah, he did. He was on Sports Illustrated.
Talk about the Michael Crabtree.
Admiral.
The King Crab. A lot of people are saying.
Cliff Kingsbury.
I don't know how he could be the King Crab if I am the King Crab, but a lot of people are calling him that.
Footlocker Bowl champion. Just saying.
All right. Next game, we got Purdue at the aforementioned Purdue. They're going to the Illini. Illinois is 22.5-point favorites.
Illini. Purdue might be one of the worst teams I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Power 5 teams. They're terrible.
Illinois as well. Also.
Yes, I am right there as well. All right. I don't know to this game. Next, Minnesota. Minnesota's a 3.5-point favorite on the road to Kings Bruins.
I got Minnesota, and it's my star pick.
Oh, God. Oh.
I'm taking Minnesota as well. You cannot back the Bruins. I'm sorry. Cannot.
Yeah, Minnesota, man. They stinks.
They stink. But
like,
so are you on Minnesota too, King?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're so bad. So bad.
All right. Last game, we said we got the Buckeyes 3.5-point favorites against the Ducks. And I guess I'll start. I am star picking Oregon.
I am star picking Ohio State.
Oh,
O-H-I-O. Hey, Dan Lanning, win a game that matters, Buster. Hey, Dillon Gabriel, win a game that matters. You just went for 500 total yards last year against Texas in a win, but whatever. I'm not going to count that. It hurts my narrative. Win a game that matters, Bucko. Go Bucks.
Go Bucks. You didn't have to.
I mean, I'm just saying.
You didn't have to say go Bucks. Jesus.
I'm just saying gambling purposes.
Should I circle old John Canzano in here for Iowa State?
And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-8886 ESPN Plus, gamblingproblem.com, and we'll get you hooked up.
I am picking Oregon. I actually feel really good about where Oregon's at right now. That could bite us all in the ass just because I am thinking that. Like, me thinking that and being positive and optimistic means Oregon's definitely going to shit the bed. But
I will say, all right, for you guys, if the Ducks lose a close game, whatever, right?
Yes.
If the Ducks lose by like 3 scores. Are you guys?
Well, if they're outclassed, where they like even make it it's a 9-point loss, but it really was like a 19-point game the whole time. That's going to make me feel very terrible in my very sad and lonely Fresno hotel that I'm staying at on Saturday by myself. Go Fresno.
Where are you going to Fresno by yourself, Doc?
I have to go down to Palm Springs for some family stuff, and not fun. It's not fun.
At least Palm Springs, nice. Fresno.
Yeah. Once I get there on Sunday, it'll be fun. But yeah, that drive to Fresno through stopping in Sacramento and saying hi to my 95-year-old grandma who won't know I'm there is gonna not be great. But
sorry, bud.
Aging.
Yeah.
Kidding. Being in your 40s rocks.
Yeah.
People die.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Responsibilities to have to do shit because of that too.
Woo!
Yeah. Yeah. Changing your parents' diapers. Great.
And I just want to say this. My grandma lives in Sacramento with my uncle. And I called her for her birthday in the beginning of September. She turned 95. Hey, that's a great birth. That's a great
run.
mark.
A great run right there.
And she didn't know who I was. And I talked to my uncle, and he's like, "Yeah, all summer she pees the bed twice a day, every day. I walk in every morning and touch her toes and hope they're just cold."
Oh God.
I mean, come on, like.
No. Like, and by the way, like as a dignity thing for her, right? Like,
yes, that's what it is. He's like,
totally. Yeah.
And like the end of June, she lost bladder and bowel control, and it's terrible. And so yeah,
bueno.
It's if we get to that age, we've lived a great life.
Yeah.
That's why I've always thought the videos of, when you're younger, you see the videos of the old people like blowing out their candles like, "Oh, Grampy, you're like 94. What do you wish for?" And he's like, "I wish this to be my last fucking birthday." And
yes.
I'm going to start getting there here. I'm not there yet, just turned 40. I'm not there, but I could see in 25 years, once I hit like late 60s, early 70s, I could see it being like, oh, I get these old people now. I can see
I can't even imagine hitting 75. Like, oh my God, that feels terrible. 50s, I'm fine with. 60s, got it. 70s?
70s too. I think 70s you're okay. It depends, but like look at Biden. Like we can see it in the president of the United States. Like how fucking quick it happens. Like how quick it goes. Yeah.
It just happens.
It just happens.
I will say on the other end.
What are you saying, man? The economy, man.
It's real, folks.
It's real.
But we gotta get back to the basics, man.
We gotta get back to the basics, folks. We're way better at Trump than Biden. We're way better at Trump than Biden.
But we'll say on the other end, I have a great aunt who's 105.
Oh,
she
God.
Only stopped driving like 3 years ago.
She's curly.
She's curly. Is she drinking water out of the Cuyahoga River? Is she an Ohio family member?
Oh yeah, she is. Oh, she bathes in the Cuyahoga River.
Absolutely. There's power in that.
There is.
There's power in that.
Cuyahoga River.
Rolling in Cleveland.
It's just like it almost like it just embalms you while you're living, so you can just keep going on.
It embalms you.
Yeah.
All right, let's.
River water, man.
We were making good time, and now we're not making good time anymore.
I'm sorry,
because we keep talking about
I had to derail you with your.
We keep talking about real shit. Like, come on, man, what are we doing here?
Sorry.
Trivia, the Ohio State University trivia. You may remember, have done this before. Back in 2021, we did Ohio State trivia. Which is crazy thinking that we've been doing this podcast for that long since we brought it back. That's weird to think about, right? Like
Mario Cristobal was still at Oregon.
So just know, if you remember that podcast, you might remember some of these questions.
I don't.
I am not one of those people.
I knew you wouldn't. But if one were to go back, they would hear a couple of repeats probably.
Scarlet and gray.
The crosses out the question, yeah.
They dot the I.
All right, so King won last week. And so King gets to start. If you have not heard our trivia before, I am going to give King a question. He can answer it or pass. He's passed before, I think. If he gets it wrong, then Ski will get a multiple choice opportunity to take the point. Best out of 10 wins. I only have 10 questions.
Do you guys think it's a very beta move when I pass? Do you guys judge me? Like,
I just throw a guess out, bro. Just guess.
okay, all right.
Not gonna hurt anything to guess.
All right.
I respect the pass.
Well, yeah,
Thank
you're
you.
trying to.
Thank you,
don't
sir.
need to waste
Thank you.
ours and the listeners' time.
Yeah, I
Thank
mean,
you.
you lose all the time, so you would say that you're just trying to get all the points you can get. So I get it. Yeah. All right, King. Oregon's natty loss to Ohio State in 2015 was difficult. They actually only trailed by one score heading into the fourth quarter, but Zeke ended up with 246 yards and 4 touchdowns. And Oregon realized that they needed a defensive line to be good. Oregon wasn't all bad that game. Who led them in receiving with 8 catches, 169 yards, nice, and a touchdown?
Byron Marshall.
Byron Marshall is the correct answer. That's right. People might not remember. A lot of people remember. Byron Marshall moved to wide receiver that year because he was good at it, I guess. All right, so King leads 1-0. Back over to Ski. Ski, who has the highest winning percentage for Ohio State as a head coach, having won nearly 90% of their games? Highest winning percentage as a head coach in Ohio State history. Some very good coaches there over the years.
I know. That's why it's a hard one. I'm going to say, did he have a real bad year first, though?
Say John Cooper.
I'm going to say something really stupid. I think it's the worst of the three. I'm going to say Tressel.
That is incorrect.
God damn it.
King, your options. Jim Tressel, Ryan Day, or Urban Meyer?
Fuck. I'm gonna say Urban Meyer because he went 12-0 in his first year in 2012 when they couldn't make the BCS.
That is the correct answer. Urban Meyer, 90%. Ryan Day, by the way, 88%. So, like, right behind him. Yeah. Tressel, 81%, by the way.
And that 12-0 2012 Buckeye team, not good, by the way.
Not good.
Not good.
Oregon.
Where's like Woody Hayes on there? Did he just coach for so long?
Too long.
He had to
He
lose?
coached too long.
Too many losses to Michigan, bro. You know? To Bo Schembechler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Schembechler.
Yep. All right, back to King here. King leading 2-0. Who is Ohio State's all-time career receiving yards leader with 2,000? By the way, it's a low number, 2,898.
I'm just going to say Anthony Carter because it's a random person I know from like the 80s at Ohio State.
That's incorrect. Your options, Ski. David Boston, Michael Jenkins, or Chris Olave?
All right. Well, wait. I know for sure it's probably not Olave. I think David Boston's the sneaky. He's the bait because I was gonna guess. I would have guessed David Boston. I'll say Jenkins. How about that?
Jenkins is the correct answer.
Yeah, I know your game here.
Boston is the career leader in touchdown receptions, by the way. Yes.
With 9.
Yeah, 9. Yeah. All against Michigan, and he pointed at the corner every single time.
Yeah.
One of the best pictures in the history of Sports Illustrated.
Oh, it's great.
David
It's
Boston pointing back at the corner. So
Was
good.
he juicing up at Ohio State? Or
Oh,
did
yeah.
he wait till he got the NFL before he started hitting that juice?
It's a good
I
question.
think he waited because he definitely got big in Arizona, but got massive in Miami.
Yeah.
By the way, he did get big in Arizona too. Like he was,
And he couldn't run.
yes,
run.
his legs were too big to run.
His arms, his biceps were insane.
They were. All right, so Ski picks up a point. We are going back to you now. What is the name of Ohio State's mascot?
Brutus.
Brutus is the correct answer. King's over like, just giving him the easy mascot. That's you,
Just
King. That's what
feeding
you
him,
sound
man.
like. That's what you
It's
sound
like when Kamala Harris and she had an earpiece in.
All right. I got a really easy one right back at you. Dotting the I has been named one of college football's greatest traditions. Really no argument there. What is the name of the formation that goes along with it?
Script Ohio?
Script Ohio is the correct answer. Yes. So there, you each have an easy one. Now shut up about it. Ski. Who is Ohio State's all-time leader in sacks with 36? A lot of good pass rushers have gone to Ohio State.
Dana Devine?
All I'm thinking of is their fucking linebackers. Chase Young.
Incorrect. Good guess, though. King, your options. Chase Young, Mike Vrabel, or Joey Bosa?
I'll say Joey Bosa, I guess.
That is incorrect. The answer is Mike
Vrabel. Really?
Yes. Mike Vrabel, the all-time sack leader in Ohio State history.
Wasn't Vrabel like an inside backer?
Yeah, he was like
Yeah.
yeah. It's crazy, right?
What's going on in the 90s? They're just blitzing backers.
Yeah.
Then I have one in the flats to take their little eye candy. You know, what the hell was going on?
Mm-hmm. Chase Young second with 30 and a half. So he only played like 2 years, right?
Probably.
Yeah, like both. Like it's crazy. All right, so let's see. Nobody got that point. So King still leads 3-2, and we're going back to King. Yes. There is a charm that is given to Ohio State players when they beat Michigan in a tradition that dates back to 1934. Every time they beat Michigan, a player gets a charm. What is it?
The Lucky.
A Lucky?
Yeah. The Lucky Charm.
They'll never.
Good guess.
They'll never take them. They'll never catch it. Yeah. No, that is incorrect. Somebody in the chat got it. Somebody in the chat got it, by the way, like right away.
That's not the Magic Shillelagh. I know some of those things. But
that's USC and Notre Dame, I think. I think that's actually
there you go.
Yeah. I think that's actually the trophy for that. It's like a golden shillelagh.
The golden shillelagh.
So, Ski, your options. The golden block O, the golden Buckeye nut, or the golden pants.
Now I know it.
Not going to be the Buckeye nut. There's just no way. This was when in the 30s?
1934.
I'm going to say the golden pants.
It is
put
the
our
gold.
pants the same way they do. We're going to put on our pants the same way they do.
Literally.
Put on our pants the same way they do.
Jesus Christ. They put their pants on the same way we do. By the way, yes, that is the correct answer.
Yes.
Also, that is literally the quote the coach of Michigan gave when he created the thing. He's like, they put their pants on. They put their pants on one leg at a time, just like us, boys. Swear to God.
Holtz did that way better, by the way.
Yes.
Swear to God.
The one good thing, and his thing where you want to be happy for a day, eat a steak.
And by the way, like the best thing Lou Holtz did was Dan Patrick's impersonation of Lou Holtz.
Yeah.
Yes. That's it. Okay, cool. So Ski got that one. It is now tied at 3, and we are going back to Ski. Ohio State has had 3 number 1 overall picks in the NFL draft. Who was the most recent in 1997?
Oh, that's easy. Don't choke. Don't choke. Oh, come on.
Shenanigans, by the way. This is shenanigans, gang. Shenanigans. I see what you're doing. Shenanigans.
He's throwing me off here. 97 Ohio State.
Yep. Number 1 overall pick in the NFL draft.
AJ Hawk.
Incorrect.
The time seems right for AJ Hawk.
I mean, like a lot incorrect.
No,
King,
I got it. Damn it.
King, your options.
I got it.
King, your options. Sean Springs, Orlando Pace, or Eddie George.
Eddie George.
Mm-hmm.
The answer is Orlando Pace.
Oh, you're right. Eddie George was like 2 years before. Damn it. Well, look at me.
Yeah. Sorry, bud.
Yeah. No. It's terrible.
All right. Well, you're both terrible. So still tied at 3. 2
I had
questions.
Jonathan Ogden in my mind, even though he didn't go to the same school. And no, they don't all look alike.
Yeah. I mean, left tackles don't all look alike. That's what you mean, right? That's what you mean. All right. Yeah. Okay. King, back to you. Who is Ohio State's leader in total offense, total touchdowns, passing yards, and passing touchdowns?
Can you say that one more time?
Ohio State's all-time leader, total offense, total touchdowns, passing yards, passing touchdowns.
CJ Stroud.
Incorrect.
Yes.
Ski, your options. Troy.
I guess he only had the 1 year.
Troy Smith, Braxton Miller, or JT Barrett.
Oh, it's got to be JT Barrett. He played 4 years.
JT Barrett is the correct answer.
Just a numbers game when you play the most years.
Also, he is 5th in rushing attempts, 8th in rushing yards, and 4th in rushing touchdowns in Ohio State history. It's crazy how many fucking yards that guy got. And never did anything after that. It's just wild. All right, Ski. 4-3 lead. 4-3 lead. We are now going to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Little full circle here. Oregon's only win over Ohio State came in 2021 in Columbus.
Please don't tell me what year.
Yeah.
What year was that?
Oregon was led by C.J. Verdell, who ran for 161 yards and 2 scores. Who was Oregon's leading receiver that day with 3 catches, 34 yards, and a touchdown?
It's going to be someone stupid here. I'm going to say no, not him. I'm going to say Verdell as well.
Ski, that is the correct answer. Nice fucking job. That's a win for Ski, folks.
My Ohio blood couldn't let me lose there. It just gave me Verdell.
That's right. Oh, so you had the unfair advantage this week? Is that what we're saying?
Yes.
So King had
had
UCLA and Idaho, like
yes.
Boise as well.
Grandpa, Hall of Famer Idaho, in case I haven't mentioned it.
In case you didn't know.
Passed for 300 yards in his career. But don't sleep on it.
All-time leading passer at Idaho for like one season.
At one point he was.
I'm drinking water out of the Cuyahoga River. It wasn't going to let me lose.
I don't recommend that. By the way, another thing to note in that last time there in that 2021 game, Travion Henderson ran for 54 yards and a touchdown in that game. He is still playing for Ohio State this year.
And Quinn Ewers was a backup quarterback for the Buckeyes.
He was.
C.J. Stroud almost threw for 500 yards in that game. That was yeah. They were behind. They were behind. Yeah. I get it. Yep. Also had really good receivers, like really good receivers. But yeah, okay. That's trivia. Shall we do our list?
Ohio's rigged.
All right, let's do our list. It comes from Nathan FKD in the Discord.
Oh, that guy.
This fucking guy.
Give us a real deal, why don't you?
Yeah. Seriously.
Top 3 nuts. I'm pretty sure we've done this list before. It might have been in 2021. There's a very good chance. Last time Oregon played Ohio State, we did this list, but I don't remember it, and it's not recorded in perpetuity and posted on YouTube. So fuck it, we're doing it again. Run it back. All right, who wants to start? Top 3 nuts.
My number 3 nut.
Yes.
My number 3 nut. A salted peanut.
So good. So good. So do you let's have the peanut conversation. Do you prefer to crack them out of the shell and eat them that way? So like say you're at a ball game, you get a bag of them, you're cracking them, dropping the thing on the floor. Like,
yes, I would prefer to be a litter bug at a game. At my house, no shells.
So yeah, so it's like at your house, you get a good bag of salted peanuts. Fantastic.
Yeah.
If you go to Roadhouse, are you eating some peanuts and throwing those shells?
I'm throwing them. I'm
everywhere.
fucking chucking that shit.
Flicking them.
Like a late term abortion.
Just spike some at them.
Yeah.
Throwing that over my shoulder.
I like put them on the table and then flick them towards the waiter or waitress. You know, They work there. It's part of it. It's okay. They expect you to throw peanut shells at them.
Hey, you want a tip? Sweep up my peanuts. There's your tip.
All right, my number 3 is hazelnuts, mostly because of Nutella.
Ugh.
Oh, I love Nutella. Oh, it's so good. I'd eat it with a spoon, dude. Oh,
I'm the only one in my house that doesn't like Nutella. I hate Nutella.
I'm not a fan either of it.
It's so good.
I buy a lot of it, but I don't like it.
Yeah.
Is it? It ain't cheap, is it?
No.
And
I did try and buy some knockoff a few months ago, and everyone rejected it like it was rat poison.
They have it at a grocery outlet, by the way. So that's
bargain market.
Cheapest you can get it. Grocery outlet, just FYI. Giving y'all pro tip. Pro tip. There you go. All right, Ski.
All right. My number 3 is the cocoa nut.
I mean, not a nut, but it's got nut in the name, so you can have it.
None of the things I have listed are actual nuts.
Okay.
So.
Fair enough. All right. All right, King, what's your 2? Oh, wait, no, sorry. 3's from the chat. Booble says busting a. WCP says hazelnuts. Probably same reason. Yeah. Says Nutella is dank as fuck. Yes. Agreed. We got other people in the chat right now. Like, give us your top 3 nuts, dude. What are you guys doing?
Nutella could get fucking chucked in the trash.
Wow.
Garbage. Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you, King.
2 people don't like Nutella. Like, you're the first 2 people I've met who don't like Nutella, I think. Crazy. All right.
Clearly you don't know anyone with
you
don't know anyone with a nut allergy, Braga.
Hey, yeah, people rejected Jesus's message as well, okay?
Yeah. You're right, dude. Nutella's a lot like Jesus. You're right. You're right. You said it. You're right.
That's what I always say.
My number 2 nut. The Mounds jingle. Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't. Almond Joy has nuts. Mounds don't because sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't.
Love it. Love an Almond Joy too, by the way.
They're trash eating though, but it's a great
jingle.
Yeah.
God, just the worst
jingle.
Back-to-back horrible takes from you, Ski.
How does an Almond Joy get pitched in the fucking trash in Halloween? I'm sorry.
God. Fucking Nutella and Almond Joy. What are we doing here?
We are united in the good taste bud pantheon.
God. I'm not even going to post this segment on YouTube. I'm just going to delete the whole thing. I don't need this out in the world because now I'm associated with you. Ugh.
You should. We'll get all our followers behind us here.
Fucking terrible.
Go overthrow all you Nutella people and Mounds people.
Almond Joy has nuts. Mounds don't.
I mean, Mounds are great too. Yeah. All right, my number 2 is pecans, but only because of the pie. I like a good pecan pie.
You ever say pecan just to see if anyone looks at you weird?
Pecan?
I say if it's in pie form, it's a pecan pie. If you're having some nuts, they're pecans.
Pecans.
It's a pecan.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever actually eaten a pecan?
By itself?
No.
I don't think I ever. I don't know. Are they actually edible unless you cook them? I don't know, but
Yeah,
I think they're kind of soft. I've bought them for. Yeah. They're kind of soft.
I did do a little deep dive on like nuts that you're not supposed to eat, and
like Buckeyes.
Yeah, and apparently like cashews, like if you don't roast them, like the ones you buy in the store, they have been roasted because if they're actually raw, they have a thing on them that can like make you really sick. So.
That's
a lesson in life, kids.
You're a
it's
fucking
raw,
liberal American.
You
get your raw cashews and your raw milk, man. Come on.
Whole milk and raw
and you
cashews.
Just won Georgia District 13.
Yo, you are going to get diarrhea, son.
All right. My number 2, the beet nuts. The great nut.
Watch out now.
Super Supreme team from Queens.
Yep.
Wow. Go Mets. Shout out to Grimace.
That is
big old pink guy, purple guy.
That remains one of the best rap songs ever. Watch out now. Ugh.
Watch out now.
I could rap that whole song right now, a cappella, but I'm not going to. Like,
give us 10 seconds.
Like Sugar,
stand back.
Like Sugar Hill Gang. Like remember Rapper's Delight. We always
10 seconds. Go.
I don't know what's gonna happen if I start. Like, what if there's some things that are said where it's off the rails, man?
I've been playing rough tonight. We're good. 15 seconds. Go.
Order 3 buckets of momo. We getting modo off the books. We getting jelly. Getting modo off the books. We getting jelly. You wanna hate me because your wifey wants my I don't know. Wants my autograph.
Wants my autograph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's enough of that. Are you happy?
But I could see she wants more than that.
Left. Seconds left on Beat Nuts Acapella.
Fucking, I hate the ref, dude. Yeah, the officiating we got a Pac-12 ref in this damn podcast. All right, what are we doing? You did your 2? You did your 2.
2s are done.
Okay, 2s are done. So from the chat, WCP says peanuts, and Booble says
you can't just
Houston nut.
Peanut though. It's either got to be salted, it's got to be roasted, it's got to be. Who eats just?
I don't like honey roasted peanuts. If I got to be honest,
another option. It's like, but no one just eats plain unsalted just peanuts, do they?
Yeah,
those weirdos. Are they in your area in Missouri that like boil peanuts?
Missouri.
No. That's kind of South Missouri. That is Missouri. It's not Missouri. That is Missouri where it kind of creeps in, but it's not really the thing. But yes, boiled peanuts and Coca-Cola. Get the fuck out of here, South. I'm looking right at you, Nate FKD. You probably do that.
Look in her eyes. I can see she wants more than that. Okay, there you go. All right. Yeah. I was like, oh man, I lost it as I started doing it. WCP says one of us should do alphabet aerobics now. Look, we're no Daniel Radcliffe out here, all right? Like, I don't know. All right, ones.
My number one nut. Post nut clarity.
You and Booble thinking similar here. That's never a good thing.
Yeah, it changes everything. You know, you just if you're feeling like I'm reaching, go handle some business, and you'll walk out with a much. If you still want to reach, then reach. But you know what? Then you'll know what it's all about. You reach,
I teach. That's all I know.
You reach, I teach. My number 1, Honey Nut Cheerios. Honey Nut Cheerios.
Don't like it.
Don't like it?
I'll give it to you.
Don't like Honey Nut Cheerios?
I do like Honey Nut Cheerios.
Everybody likes Honey Nut Cheerios. Actually, that was an audible.
Honey bunches of oats with almonds are better, but whatever.
I do like Honey Bunches of Oats.
With almonds. They have to have the almonds.
Gotta have the almonds.
And you can't call them almonds.
That was an audible, by the way, because I had a list of just nuts, and then Ski sort of opened the door to other avenues here. So I'm like,
look at you.
Yeah,
he saw the middle backer blitzing on the right, and he just knew he had the hot route coming right across in that vacant window.
Yep. Black 59 Razor, Black 59 Razor.
59 Razor.
Yep. My original number one was honey roasted peanuts, because peanuts are fantastic, and honey and roasted is. But Honey Nut Cheerios, I'm happy with it.
Go for it. All right. My number one, God, it's so delicious, and that is beech nut.
You don't like beech nut.
Beech nut.
Don't like beech nut.
It was fucking fantastic.
No, you did not like it. You never liked it.
Nut. Yes.
You like the.
Yes,
it's like you were vomiting every time you spat.
Yes. Long leaf is the single greatest thing ever.
No.
Oh, I was.
As a big old dip head back in the day, I disagree a lot.
Here's the only problem. It's not something you can't do it. You can't use a spitter with it. You have to be outdoors. You have to just be able to let it fly wherever, because
you can be in a saloon.
I need a spittoon. You need one of those big old timey tin.
You got to come through those doors. Those little.
Yeah, beech nut. It's fucking fantastic. Softer and moister, King. What more do you want?
Hell yeah. I mean,
yeah, exactly. Beech nut sells itself.
Talk about post-nut clarity right there.
And again, I'm not even sure if they still sell it or not.
No, they absolutely do.
I was gonna say this looks like ancient. This looks like it's from the Sandlot, like
beech nut, Red Man, Levi Garrett. It's gonna be there forever. Terrible though.
Amazing.
Terrible.
But I said I think I brought it up on here before. The one thing I've never been able to find is the old timey like brick tobaccos, the one where you just bite off a chunk of it in that. Never been able to find it. I've always wanted it. I would start chewing again if I could find that.
No, you wouldn't.
Gross.
It's been a long time since I had a dip, but I would.
Gross.
Are you saying that it's been a while?
It's been multiple whiles at this point.
It's been multiple whiles. Number one's from the chat. WCP says pistachios.
A little labor intensive, but
yeah,
it's a fine nut.
That's my deal with them. Is like it's too much work. It really is, and it can hurt. Like the shells are like sharp. Like you're gonna hurt your fingers, man. You gotta have some calloused thumbs if you're ripping pistachios open for like an extended period of time, right?
You're talking to a couple dippers. Our thumbs are calloused from denting in those cans.
Right.
Well, yeah, so you gotta learn. You gotta elbow with the dent to get it in. Save your fingers.
You callous fingers, and they're like stained too.
Oh, love the stain.
Gross.
Well, only a couple. Only a couple of your pinching fingers are stained.
Yep. There'll be some times. Oh man, I don't have a dip on me. It's just staining me.
That's I think that's my barometer of like how gross I think dippers are. Is if you have your just simple little dip, you just take your little ones. If you see people that have dip on their like fourth finger here that are taking topfuls like that,
they're taking the full lippers. Yeah.
If you're taking half a can at a time for your dip, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
Supposed to be little guys, you just hide them in there. Unless you have that one AJ Burnett one you throw in. That's it.
I mean, it's all disgusting.
It's all so good. It was so good.
No.
Drugs are so good, Braga.
Yeah, you guys.
You have no idea.
Kids, like, you gotta try them someday.
Listen, but drugs are awesome. There's a reason why we can get animals addicted to them in scientific stuff, because they're awesome.
Yeah.
Kids don't chew, but God, it's awesome if you do.
God, it's so good if you do.
So good.
Like, don't do cocaine. It can tear your life apart, but fuck, it's fun if you do.
You're rich.
Yeah.
Heroin, like, it can kill you. But man,
line there.
Yeah.
Anything with a needle is dirty.
Yeah.
A needle with a spoon means dirty.
Yes.
If you got a spoon finger for your Coke, you're good.
Good. You're classy at that point.
Yeah, absolutely. This guy gets me.
This guy gets it. All right. Okay. One's from the chat. WCP said pistachios. Booble said nutter butter.
Ooh, I do love Nutter Butter.
Nutter butter, good. That's good. Number one. WCP with some honorable mentions. Almonds, hard pass.
Almonds are trash.
They're
It's a trash
terrible.
nut.
They're terrible. They're not good. Almonds are good in cereal. Period.
And the brothers.
The Almond Brothers. It's close enough. It's close enough.
I tried.
It's close enough. It's
I
close
was
enough.
going for something. Can you name an Almond Brothers song?
I can't quite
Yeah,
see. Is that Jerry Seinfeld over there, like making jokes?
Braga knows one for sure. It's the Jessica was the was it Top Gear song? That the Top Gear intro song?
Jessica Almond?
No, it was the Allman Brothers song called Jessica was the intro song for Top Gear.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
Allman Brothers.
Ramblin' Man. That's a good song.
Ramblin'
There you
Man. Yeah. He also says macadamia, Brazil, walnuts, and cashews.
That fuck guy's made a fucking money if you're hammering a bunch of macadamia.
Brazil nuts
Seriously,
too, by the
he's
way.
killing the environment. This guy just caused the hurricane through Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He hates rainforests. We know that about WCP.
Yep.
Well,
He loves Hurricane Helene and Milton.
sits around working on cars that destroy the atmosphere all day, and then he gets these really expensive nuts that use all of California's water. Like, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing?
Best friends with Elon Musk. I know it's a fact.
Might have to block him, I think. He's kind of toxic.
Yeah.
Not just for us, but for the environment.
Yeah. No, we got to think about the world and our children and our children's children.
Because we are the world.
We are the children. To make
I
a
don't know,
better place, so let's start living. All right, let's end the podcast. Hey, movie on Sunday. We do a movie podcast. It's on Sunday. It is The Pope's Exorcist. It is on Netflix. Watch it. Listen to us talk about it. Russell Crowe's in it, folks.
It's Maximus Decimus Meridius for you right there.
Also, go Ducks. This is a very...
Go Ducks.
O-H.
Cutting him off. I'm cutting him
Cut him
off.
off.
Cut him
Mute
off.
him.
Hey, Jeremy Masoli.
He gone.
Beat the Buckeyes in the Rose Bowl, loser.